Hello YouTube, this is Bash, bringing you week 1 of the UUNL League, and in this league, it's a league I joined. It is a promotion league as well, and I didn't really get to do a draft analysis. I didn't really have the time to actually get one up, but I'll go through the team I drafted. I have Megalodios. My first pick was Megalodios. Look at this stat. I've always wanted to use Megalodios. It's such a good offensive mon, and it has so much bulk to it as well. It's so difficult to break through. So that's that. Gets good setup in Dragon Dance and Calm Mind and stuff like that. Next is Clefable. Pretty reliable mon with Megalodios and the Fairy. And it's being able to get rocks up and just being a really can be bulky fairy type. Its stats don't look like it, but it's actually it seems a lot bulkier than it actually is with the ability Magic Guard and Unaware, and the ability to get all three different ways to heal up with Soft Boil, Wish, and Moonlight, so that's really good. Next we grab Suicune. Suicune was I feel very comfortable with Suicune in a way, and it's because it's such a good defensive mon. So now I have a really good defensive core as well, because Megalodios is pretty bulky as well, and Suicune is just absolutely bulky. Pressure stalling and stuff like that, it's just insane. Such a good mon. Don't really have any much to say. I already have it like 2 other leagues or like 1 other league, and I had it in the GBA thing. So if you want me to talk about it more, just look at that. Next, I grabbed Scizor here. Scizor, pretty good attack stat, and the ability with Technician, it's really good with Technician Bullet Punch and Technician Quick Attack. Being able to sword SD up, baton pass out, substitutes and stuff like that. Being able to get momentum with U-turn is really nice, and it's pretty good stats. It's a good defensive mon as well if you really want to. But it really works well with the Latios getting Latios in for free and stuff like that. And fire types, the really only weakness this thing has is fire types, and Suicune just eats those for days. So this covers Suicune's grass weakness. Suicune's electric and grass weakness are both covered by Megalodios as well, and Clefable's steel and poison weakness is covered by this Scizor right here, so that's really good. Next, I grabbed Torrentee. He's my first Zeke user right now. I'm very familiar with. I feel pretty familiar with Torrentee after using it in like 2. This is my, I believe, second time or third time using it. Of course, it's going to be nicknamed after Crypto. Shout out to Crypto because he's just a beast. But yeah, Torrentee is such a good mon. The ability to regenerate out, the Hurricane Spam, the Heat Wave. It's got so many coverage moves as well, and its stats aren't all that amazing. Other than I guess the speed stat is pretty good, which is really good because I didn't have any fast mons at this moment. I guess with maybe considering Megalodios the fastest mon, but still it wasn't fast enough. So base getting a base 121 speed Torrentee right here is very good for speed tiering. Its ability to regenerate out can make it a kind of a defensive mon as well, which is really good. And it gives me another ground immunity with Megalodios. So next I grab a Rolling Muck. A Rolling Muck is a pretty good mon for this. It's pretty slow, and it does fill out another speed tier here, which is pretty good. Ability Poison Touch and Gluttony are really good in this draft league. I feel like if you go with the Poison Jab plus Poison Touch, you have like 60% chance to poison your opponent, basically because of 30%. I believe that's how it works. And there's also the fact that Gluttony with like the Yappa Berry and stuff like that, which could be really good. You could run like a curse set. Too bad Power of Alchemy would be really cool, but it can't really work in singles. This thing gets really good utility. It could be like you could use Acid Spray, you could use Disable, Memento, stuff like that. So that's that. Next we have Magneton, who's my second Z user. I grabbed Magneton to help with the steel types that could be very annoying for Megalodios and Clefable to get the Magnum Pole to get them stuck in. But also things with Sturdy and Analytic is really good, as Analytic gets the boost and when it goes second, and the Sturdy to allow it to survive at one point. It's pretty good special attack stat too with 120. And it gives me it gives me a Volt Turner, which is good for my Volt Turn core with Scizor and Torn, so that's really good. Didn't really know what to put my Z Crystal. I asked a bunch of people, and I had 3 Z Crystals and users, and I didn't know what to do with my third one. This is what the third one ended up being. You'll see the second one supposedly later. Okay. Next we have Conkeldurr here. So Conkeldurr is a very interesting mod. I've used it before, and I feel like it's a really good mod, but I just feel like it's really good for priority. With I believe Scizor and Conk now only having the only priority on my team right now, and getting a very solid fighting type to deal with those dark types. A really good switch into those dark types was really nice for my team. Getting Guts so I can have a Status Absorber. Sheer Force is really good. Iron Fist is pretty decent as well. All 3 of them are viable in Draft League, so we'll see what happens. Gets me Mach Punch, gets me Drain Punch, gets me a really bulky mod, and it does feel as sort of another speed tier, pretty close to what a War Muck is, but it's still the same. Pretty close on it. Lurantis, I like Lurantis. I don't know if you know that, but Lurantis is a pretty good mod. I feel like it's very underrated. It has two different ways to set up, with Superpower, Contrary Superpower, and Contrary Leaf Storm, which is really good to get the steam rolling. Think of it as like a bulkier, slower Superior. It gives me a Grass type, which is really good. It has ways to so it has different more ways to set up than Superior, even though it's a lot slower. It can still set up just as well as Superior, and some people can say even better, as it has Superpower as well, so you get the defense boost as well as the attack boost, and you can go with the Leaf Storm, which you get the special attack boost just like Superior does. So very interesting mod. I've used it in the Crash League a while back, and I actually pulled off a sweep with it, so hopefully we can do well with this. So next. So here comes the Crossroads. I didn't know what to do with this pick. I couldn't decide between Piloswine here, that we ended up grabbing, or Rhydon. I decided to go with Piloswine as the fact that I did not like the fact that the water weakness here. I didn't like having an electric type immunity that is 4 times weak to a grass type or a water type move right there. I didn't feel like it was really that good. I ended up going with Piloswine effect, as well as with the ability to get the Ice Shard pressure as well. Pretty solid mod. I used this at the end of the IPA season, so but I didn't really get to use it that well because I barely was able to use it. This thing, Thick Fat, is really nice to do with those fire and ice types. It's a really good switch in for that. For a lot of mods. And stats, even though they look pretty the EVLA boost is just absolutely amazing for this mod, so that's that. Gives me another priority move, so now I got Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, Quick Attack, Ice Shard. It's absolutely amazing. We're getting all this priority. It's perfect for the team. Next, I grabbed Pyroar. So I could go 2 different directions. I could have gone with Houndoom and just not had Pyroar in this last pick coming up. But I decided to go with Pyroar just because of the speed tiering is a little better, and I felt like it would fit the team a lot better than all these other than Houndoom does. This thing is not bulky at all, as you can see. Look at those defenses. Its HP isn't that good either, but it hits hard, and unfortunately, it doesn't have the attack stat to take advantage of Moxie. But hopefully, I wish it kind of did. But maybe if we have a week where he can meme out, we might bring that. So, this thing can hit really hard. It can get the Fire MZ, which makes it hit even harder, and it's why Torn and this were my definite Z users when I knew after the draft. I just didn't know what to do with the last Sea Crystal. We decided, me and my friends decided to go with Magneton with it. So hopefully that works out. And last but not least, Devotion, which actually before we had a grace period right after the draft, and I actually drafted Why Not. But I decided to switch Why Not out for Devotion. Felt it was a little better. It's getting the regenerator, so I now have a regen core, technically speaking. I have a magic guard core. And this special attack stat is actually the same as Reuniclus, which is absolutely insane. And the Eviolite can help with getting the boost, like getting the what Reuniclus needs. So this thing is a pretty good 1-point mod. There's not really much in the 1 points, so that's why I grabbed this. So and Why Not? I realized I already had one trapping mod. I didn't really need another one. So that's why I went with Devotion instead of Why Not. So let's go through my opponent's team. Chants. He has a pretty monstrous team. He has Celestial with the Z user. Absolutely insane. It's such a bulky wall and stuff, and it can be really good with the Autotomize as well. Zygarde, absolutely insane. I don't know how he got these two and the rest of this team. Dragoniums, he has a Z user as well. This thing has really good priority, has really good setup with D-Dance or Coil. Can be really difficult to beat, even though it has 4 times weakness to Ice. Next we got Infernape. Infernape hits really hard, has multiple ways to set up with Nasty Pot and SD. And it's a pretty solid mod with its defenses aren't that great, but it hits pretty hard. And it gets really good with momentum as well. Gothitelle, one of the annoying mons because it has Shadow Tag. It's usually going to be a trick set. It's typically a trick set. Or like some way to deal with try to trap one mon and take it out so another mon can sweep. Usually taking down walls. So pretty good. Usually you can run like Trick Calm Mind kind of thing. You can run like Leftovers. You could run like Rest. You could be like, I believe this thing gets Taunt as well, right? Yeah, it gets Taunt. So next is Tapu Bulu. Got Tapu Bulu here, who's pretty good. Grassy Surge. Bulu, which can allows the ground types to not be as spam is not to be as good against this team. Kind of a bulky mon in a way, but also really hard hitter, really good wall breaker with Wood Hammer. Choice Band Wood Hammer hits so hard in Grassy Surge. It's just absolutely insane. This thing could also be run Calm Mind kind of thing. That's a good AV mod. So 4 times weakness to poison. Though, sorry about that. It's a little late. 4 times weakness to poison kind of hinders it a little bit, but it's still a pretty decent mod. And the fact that it doesn't get any fairy stab other than Dazzling Gleam, I believe. So that's that. Next we got Mega Diancie here. Insane mod. The Mega Diancie Celestial and Zygarde core is absolutely insane. And if you saw the GBA, we actually had a battle that except for he had Jirachi instead of Celestial. But still, this thing is just absolutely insane. Diamond Storm, its special attack stat and attack stat absolutely off the roof. 160 attack stat, 160 special attack stat. Can be run mixed with Diamond Storm, Moon Blast, Earth Power, HP Fire, all that stuff. Just absolutely a monster. Let's go into the rest of his mons. He has a Selgor, who's absolutely fast mon with abilities to get T-Spikes up, the spikes. Can run Burden to get even more speed if it loses the item. Gets momentum as well, which is really good. Next we got Golbat, who's usually Eviolite user. Pretty good, gets hazard removal, gets U-turn, gets Super Fang, Haze, stuff like that to be like to stall out walls kind of thing. It's Taunt, I believe, as well, right? It's Taunt, gets Tailwind, which is really nice. Next we got Greninja, who's also really fast mon. It's not allowed to be Protean or Battle Bond. It has to be Torrent in this league. gets priority in water shuriken and stuff like that. Hits really hard, can be run physical or special or even mixed. Gets momentum U-turn and stuff. It gets priority in Shadow Snake and water shuriken is pretty good. Can run T-spikes, and I believe it gets spikes as well. Yeah, it gets spikes as well, which is really annoying. And last but not least, we got Avalug with his last C user, which is kind of funny. This thing is just an insane defensive monster. Look at that defense stat right there, 184. With this mon being only 2 points, it's pretty insane as it gets reliable recovery as well. It gets rapid spin, and it's just an absolute physically defensive monster. It can't take a hit from the special side though, but this thing is just a monster. You can just run Avalanche or Gaiabra on it because pretty much every mon outspeeds it really, except for like Stakataka or something like that, or Pure Gimuku. So that's that. Let's go into my team that I'm gonna bring this week. So right off the bat, I realized ST, if I can weaken down that Celesteela to a certain point, I can put in the work with Scizor. Scizor absolutely destroys his team if Celesteela is weakened, so that's why I went off with the Metal Coat SD Bullet Punch Bug Bite Quick Attack set. Quick Attack is there to help with Infernape. Bug Bite absolutely destroys Gothitelle. It destroys it could destroy. It's really there for the Gothitelle, to be honest. That's one of the mons I just outspeed that I need just in case to hit with. Technician SD Bullet Punch or Quick Attack hits his team really hard, so I believe SD after SD, depending what his Zygarde set is, it can take him out from like 75%, depending on if it's not HP invested and all that. So I got Mega Latios here just to break like his team with Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Dragon Pulse. Hits his team pretty hard. Hits his team like pretty hard. He gets pretty much his entire team, I believe, gets 2-shot by this thing at least. So that's why I have it just here to break things in for Tony Stark's, the Scizor to come through. Next we got Riverdale, the Suicune with Rest, Sleep Talk, Roar Scald. I have this to help with the Zygarde. I know though that because of the Gothitelle being around, I gotta click Roar pretty much every time I get this in, unless Gothitelle is gone, because I do not want to be tricked or just trapped in. So this thing is my answer to Zygarde. It's my answer to Infernape. It can help out with Mega Diancie as well if I needed to. It can help with Avalug. It can help with a lot of things. So next we got Assault Vest, a little muck here. With Knockoff, Poison Jab, Fire Punch, Shadow Sneak. This investment here is to help with the Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie is quite a problem for my team. It can hit my steel types, it can run Earth Power and HP Fire and stuff like that. And do not want to switch in Scizor on Mega Diancie, as that's my win con for this match. So I do decide to run this AB set with a defensive investment to help with Diamond Storm. If it decides to run Diamond Storm, would be mixed. Knockoff, Poison Jab, Fire Punch, Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak to help with priority. Fire Punch, I believe, was for the Celesteela, I believe. What's really good with the Poison Touch, Poison Jab, as I said before, it gets it's a really good chance of poisoning the opponent. The thing is, I'm not really sure if he'll bring a trick set with Gothitelle, because this thing just, if he's Trick, he can only, if he's like the trick set that I'm thinking, Trick, Rest, Calm Mind, Psychic, or Slice Rock, he can't touch a Lormuck whatsoever at all. And that's just a waste of a mon, if you really think about it. So hopefully, we'll see when it gets into the match what he decides to do. Next we got Crypto, the Torn T, Flying Z, U-Turn, Hurricane, Heat Wave, Hidden Power Steel. Hidden Power Steel, of course, is for the Mega Diancie. Heat Wave is for Celesteela, and Z Hurricane just destroys everything else on his team. Absolutely everything. It's such a good mon in this way. Next we got Magneton. Next and certainly not least, we got Expert Belt, Magneton, Triclops with Magnapole, Volt Switch, Flash Cannon, HPS, Thunderbolt. I was trying to decide whether I should run Magnapole or Analytic. I decided to go with Magnapole just just in case he decides not, if he made a mistake of not running Shed Shell. I know he was going to. If we put Analytic, we could get the extra boost when he switches out on it. So, or we could go like an Eviolite way and be able to take hits. I decided to go with Extra Belt just so the HPA pretty much destroys Zygarde. So let's go into this match here. And as you can see, he brings the Gothitelle, Celesteela, Mega Dance, Tapu Blue, Zygarde, and Infernape. So pretty much all of his Z Crystal users are here except for Avalugg, which is not going to be a pretty good one, to be honest. He probably just did it because of the points-wise, because I believe his only other option was to make Golbat as the user, but Golbat is probably going to always be running Eviolite, to be honest. So, looking at this matchup right here, in order for Scizor to be able to sweep, I need some chip on Zygarde, a little chip on Infernape, I think, and Celesteela to be chipped down. That's what I need for Scizor to absolutely just go in and just destroy his team. Megalodios looks really good this match. Not really a good answer to Megalodios at this moment. Suicune looks really good. I'm just a little worried about Gothitelle at the moment for this match. Although Muck looks pretty alright, but not really. It's really just here for the Gothitelle and Mega Diancie, and mostly for the Mega Diancie because they don't really have a good switch into it. Torn-T looks pretty good. I believe two-shot or three-shot depending on the investment on Celesteela with Heat Wave. Magneton looks pretty good this match as well. It can hit his team really, really hard. He doesn't really have a good switch into it if I click the right move. So I'm going to lead off, I believe, with Torn-T. Yeah, he leads off Celesteela. I'm going to lead off with Torn-T. And I'm going to just go for a Heat Wave. He's going to protect, and I'm just going to get off a free Heat Wave. I'm going to go for the U-Tournament to see if he switches out. I wasn't sure if he was going to switch out or not. I want to see what, and I wanted to scout out a little bit what the set was. I'm going to go for Heat Wave here, predicting him to stay in, thinking I'm just going to U-turn and I can't touch this thing. He's going to, and I'm going to get like a decent chunk off, and he's going to go for the Flamethrower, predicting, I believe, the Magneton or Scizor to come in, which is very interesting. And this turn, I'm going to go for the U-turn, knowing he's not going to stay in with Heat Wave, or he's going to go for the Protect. I kind of wish I almost didn't go for that, because HP still would absolutely just annihilate this thing if I went for like a Heat Wave or something like that and went into HP Steel. I believe, do we have to Mega first turn in this league? I'm not sure. I need to check up on that, but I think we do. So that would absolutely destroy Mega Diancie. So, but I went for the U-turn, and I'm gonna go out to Scizor and pressure this thing out. I'm gonna hard switch because I do not have U-turn. I want to predict this Celesteela to come in because I think that would be his answer to Scizor right here. But he's gonna make a play into Infernape, which is very interesting and very bad for me because now I have to switch into Suicune, and now that's going to take some chip down. He's going to go for a U-turn and go, I believe, into Tapu Blue here, which is kind of bad. Kind of bad for us. I believe I go into I go into Megalodios here, and he's going to make a double again, going to Infernape, predicting either probably the Scizor or Magneton. So this turn 7, this is a huge play right here, because I'm going to stay in. I probably should have went for the Recover, scouting what he would do. He goes for U-turn and gets a huge crit. So this is why I should have went for Recover, or Roost, whatever I hit. This is because now I can't really switch in on anything really. Megalodios is weak, and as you'll see later, it's not going to do anything really. As I'm going to probably have to sack this thing off. As he goes on top of Bulu, and I should have calced this. I did not realize he was AV at the moment, but I thought he was Scarf by the way he brought it in. And I'm going to switch out, thinking it's Scarf. Bulu, and I did thinking maybe I could roost up on like a Celesteela or something like that, but he stays in, and he's gonna go for Hornage and get a decent amount of damage off on the Magneton, and now Megalodios is just looking really bad right now. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, get off a good amount of chunk to Infernape, and I'm going to go into Suicune here. It's my answer to Infernape right now. Grassy Terrain goes down, which is nice, and he's going for the U-turn. And he's going to go into Tree Trunks, Tree Way, whatever, with the top blue. I'm just going to click Roar in case Gothitelle comes in, and I get Gothitelle. This is so bad because now he can just trick me right now, and it's really looking bad for Suicune. He gets a trick, gets a Scarf. I get the Scarf, and he gets the Leftovers, which is really bad for me because now Suicune is really badly worn down, and Zygarde is in now, which is, this is my check for Zygarde, but he's going to make a double out into Gothitelle. I'm going to keep clicking Roar. He's going to go into Celesteela, and I'm going to switch out into my Torn-T. He's going to go for Leech Seed, of course, and I believe, do I go for U-turn again here, or do I go for Heat Wave? Oh no, I make it a hard double predicting the Protect on Celesteela, as he does go for the Protect, and I get my Triclops in to see if I do actually trap this. I'm going to go for the HP Ice. I'm going to make a really big read here and try to go for the HP Ice on the Zygarde coming in. Do I go? No, wait. Do I go for the Thunderbolt? I go for the HP Ice here on the Protect. He's going to go into Tree Trunks here, and this is where I figured out he was actually AV. Crit Volt Switch. And I'm going to go back into the Torn. I could go off with a Z Hurricane. I could do whatever I want, but I'm going to go make it double out into Magneton. I'm thinking it's Scarf. Because this entire time I've been thinking this is Scarf Tapu Blue. I'm still thinking it's Scarf Tapu Blue. I didn't calculate correctly. He gets Grassy Terrain recovery, and I have to make a double out into some Shady. My Muck. I could have made the play into Torn, but I didn't want to risk that, as he's going to get a Spadef drop, which is kind of annoying for a little Muck here. He's going to go for Rocks here. I'm going to go for Knockoff, predicting the switch out. And I'm going to get the Poison Touch Poison, which is really nice. 30% chance, so it's not that bad of it compared to what I've been getting. So he's going to go for Diamond Storm. Doesn't get the Moose, thank you. And we get the Poison Jab off, and this thing is pretty much dead. But we pretty much lost a little Muck as well. As Shadow Sneak is not going to take him out here. He lives on 1%, of course, and now a little Muck is dead, and as you'll see, that comes into play later in this match. So Mega Dance, he goes down, and so does a little Muck. He goes into Infernape. I look back in the calcs, and I figured out the Tapu Bulu was AV, and I was like, okay, so if anything except for Infernape comes in, Mega Latios could recover up or something like that, or get some really good damage off. But of course he goes to Infernape, and now Mega Latios just becomes a sack. And that crit, this is why the crit actually really mattered, because now Mega Latios didn't do anything this entire game. My number one pick for this, the round one pick, an absolute monster, does absolutely nothing because of the crit. So he's gonna go for the. I'm gonna switch out into Riverdale. He's trying to use it as a sack, and he gets the crit close combat. What is this thing wearing? Scope lens and toy scarf? It's absolutely unbelievable. And because of that, I have to play aggressive, because look how low I am. I'm so low. I have to go for the Scald here. If it wasn't for the crit, I would have went for the Roar, 100%. But now he makes the play in the Gothitelle, and now I'm trapped. And this is why we're living on 1% with the Mega Dancing mattered as well, because it's going to turn out he's the set that I didn't think he was going to be, as he's going to just Calm Mind right up in my face for the next turns, and he's going to be the Calm Mind Rest Psychic set. And we're going to be here for a while. He's just stalling me out here, and oh my god, this is really bad. Wakes up, and he's just going to kill me with Psyshock. And now he's at +4, +6, +6 here. And this is a huge problem. So, looking at what it could have done here, what I should have done is go out to Scizor and just click Bug Bite right there. 100% right off the bat, just click Bug Bite, destroy this thing. I still think Bug Bite. I still think. I believe at this turn. I still think that Scizor could still win the game. But here's the thing. I didn't realize Torn T is actually the win condition right here. I probably should have figured that out, as I am Z Hurricane. So Heat Wave destroys that. Z Hurricane destroys that Hurricane. Hurricane, right? No, I decided to go into a Torn here. Get some damage off. Go for the U-turn. Um, although I do just sack off Megalodios here. I could have used Megalodios as a sack later, but I wanted Scizor to be at like near a lot of health. And Scizor, I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna click Bug Bite here. I just wasted my Megalodios sack for nothing because Psyshock does not take me out here. I should have just went here. I could have saved my Megalodios for later for a sack, especially to get like regen and Torn, which could have been really nice. He's gonna go into Zygarde, and I'm gonna go for the SD here. As he goes for the Dragon Dance, I know this is what is gonna happen. And I'm gonna go for the SD, and hopefully maybe I can get a crit or something like that. Nope. I'm not gonna get a crit. I'm not that lucky. He's going for 1,000 arrows to take me out. Torn T is my only chance of living this. If he's Jolly, I have a pretty good chance to live. If he's Adamant, I don't live at all. The crit you think would matter. He's actually Adamant though, so doesn't really actually matter. And sadly, this game has just been crits and rolls. Not much I can really say about that. I believe I had a pretty good chance to win. He said that it doesn't really matter. He says he didn't luck that badly, but honestly, I felt like he really did against Megalodios and Alolan Muck and Suicune as well. And Frame just actually just critted my team pretty badly and put me in a position where I had to make certain plays to try to get back in this game, which at this point I just couldn't get back in the game because of that. Anything else to probably say? GG to Chance. He did have a pretty good set with Trick Gothitelle. It would have been completely walled out by Alolan Muck, to be honest. Regrets. There's some sets I kind of wish I didn't bring. There's some mods I kind of wish I did bring instead of others. Scarf and Frame didn't actually clean. Also, I believe Torn T could have taken one. Megalodios definitely could have taken one if it didn't get crit. GG though to Chance, and good luck to the rest of the season for him. We do go 0-1 -4, which is pretty bad to begin with. I did not like to start this season with it, but his team was really good, to be honest, with his draft. It was really difficult to prep for, and Gothitelle literally, if Gothitelle wasn't on his team would be a lot easier to deal with. But because of that, Gothitelle basically takes out the walls that Zygarde needs to succeed, and Frame needs to succeed, Magdancy needs to succeed, and then Bulu and stuff like that. All of his other mods really do well because of the Gothitelle. So kudos to him for getting such a good draft here. We do play Canchus, I believe, next week. I think that's how you say his name. Hopefully we can pick out a W. I really want to get back, get a win at least, to start gaining momentum to keep moving on in the rest of the season. Hopefully that works out for us. Until then,